Today what we're going to do is we're going to learn a little bit of the very final steps from Robert Garland's ballet Nyman String Quartet No. 2. This ballet is extremely special to me because for one thing he created it on me and my colleagues, and I've worked with Mr. Garland since I was like 10 years old, and he's been a huge inspiration and a huge part of my development as an artist and as a human. So it's really special to teach this part. We are showing Nyman in its entirety this Saturday, and I'll give you more information about that. But the special part about what we're showing Saturday is that this was my debut in the principal role of the ballet. So this whole Nyman experience is very special, and the Guggenheim and everything like that. So let's go ahead and get started. So obviously I can't see you, but I am going to trust that you're staying with me. Feel free to drop a comment. I'll check in every now and again to see if there are questions and stuff like that. And if you can't hear me, let me know. I have my AirPods in so that we can drown out some of the rain and sometimes the dogs barking. Anyway. So, this point in the ballet is the very end. The whole cast has come back on for like one final hurrah, and you're kind of all the way upstage. At this point, we're standing, we've done a walking pattern, and we're doing some step touching, and then we freeze, and we're joined by our fierce ballerinas. On the video, you'll see my ballerina is Amanda Smith, and she gives a real big pose. So we're in that moment. Then we go into the finale step. So we have a little step together, which we won't really do. Well, I guess let's start there, and just to kind of get us into that. Checking in on comments again. Okay, good. So we're gonna go stepping on our right foot. We're gonna go right, left across, right, and then just kind of tap the foot. So just a little tap there, and then we go left, right, left, tap across. Okay? Just that much to start. So we have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then we get into the more complicated stuff. All right, so we're here. Boom. Now we're gonna do a ball change. So left, right, right, left. I'm looking at it in my thing and I'm like, should I be reversing it? But I'm not gonna reverse it. Not going to do that to myself. So, right, left, step, little assemble with parallel feet. So, let's try to stay as far back as I can. So this step is actually advancing forward. So you start pretty far upstage of the center mark, and then you advance forward, and then it comes back upstage, okay? So anyway, so we have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then we count a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right? So, a 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so let's take it back. So going to the right, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we're gonna go ball change again, all right? I'm actually gonna play my music so that I can really get the steps back into my spirit channel. And then I'll just mark it and you'll see kind of what it is. So this gorgeous music is by Michael Nyman. Hey, Devon. Alright, so let's go right back into it. So we have a ball change, and step assemble, ball change. Okay? So a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. A 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. A 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. And then we're gonna do a little flick around, all right? So keep trying to see what's happening there. Okay. So back to the beginning of that, we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm sure that somebody is watching this who's in the cast. Okay, so I need to clearly turn my notifications off. Forgive me. So this computer is still pretty new to me, so forgive my little delay. Well, anyway, we'll just go into this That still was not right. You guys are seeing an authentic struggle of remembering choreography. So I'm just gonna keep it real with y'all. So I'm gonna keep working it out. I just had it. Something's not working for me. Let's do it again. So one of the cool things that I like about teaching choreography or staging ballets and stuff like that is, and Mr. Garland actually taught me this, and he's always kind of instilled this in me. As a dancer, you get things into your body and you can just do it because you practice it that way. But then when you have to relay that information or pass it on, that's where the real work comes in. So you all are seeing the real live, in living color process here. So let me just go through that one more again, and then I will. Okay, so back to it. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. So that last part probably got out of frame there. So ball change. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, step, 7, little flicky flick, and then chasse. And then we're going to do a series of step touches, 5, 6, 7. So I'll explain that in a moment. All right, let me just see where people are. Hi, Blail. This is Robert Garland's Nyman String Quartet number 2, the very finale, all right? Let me scoot this back a little bit. Okay, that didn't work. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2. All right? Now, let me see. Maybe if I go on a little more of a diagonal like I would for class, that gives me a little more distance. Right. There we go. All right, so I'll just do this. Excuse me, this way. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so we walk for an 8 and then a 7. So, going back to the beginning, this part is, for those who may have just joined us, this part is the very finale of Robert Garland's 9-man string quartet number 2. So the men have all just been, we've done a double tour and stuff, praise the Lord. The women are walking in and out of us, we all have a fierce pose, and then we go into this little groove step, and then we have this ball chain step. So those who've been watching, you just saw the authentic struggle of trying to remember the counting and the sequence of this step. The entire cast can attest that this moment was one of those moments that, like, up until like curtain rising, we were all like, wait, can we go over that step? So I don't feel too embarrassed by it because I know it's real. So after we've done this, 6, 7, 8, we go right into the 1, 2, 3, 4. Now let me just show you the arms. So another thing that's really unique and specific to Mr. Garland's work is that everything is very well thought out, and it's very particular, and it's very deliberate, but it's also very natural, if that makes sense. So the more you try to add something to it, the worse you're going to feel. And it took me a long time to learn that. But, so with this step, the arms are very natural. You see what I mean? They just kind of swing. So if you think of too much coordination, you're going to end up like this, and Lord knows we don't want that, right? So we have ball change, and then 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Give that little flick around, and so the shot say 1, 2. And as we're going up stage, this arm, the right arm, is coming up, and then we're pointing up. As we got to the premiere of this, he wanted to do this moment, and he said, speaking of, I was right about to say his name, Arthur Mitchell. This ballet was dedicated to Arthur Mitchell and the great John Carlos. And so at this point, as we're coming up, we are looking up to the sky to them. So that's what's happening as we're facing upstage, just so you know. So I'm going to go ahead and put that with the music again. And let's give it a go. And then it goes blackout. And then you prepare for the curtain. Hopefully nobody next to you messed up, so we're all like, did everybody make it? Did everybody make it? All right, let's see. Let me turn around. Cool. So that's the whole little phrase. Good, I'm seeing some laughter. Any questions? All right. So let's keep it going. All right. So, and that's it. So I just wanted to give you a short little chunk of the piece. The ballet is a very challenging work. It has 6 movements that are all very different. This finale movement is very fast and furious, which I love. So getting to this part, and this is the very last thing you do in the ballet, so no matter what happened, you have to finish strong. So I wanted to share this part with you. because it was a part that was really challenging for me. So it would have been easier to teach something that like I did well, if that makes sense. But this wasn't something I did well. So, so it's good to kind of work on that. Things to keep in mind with this first part, we're really just like a bunch of young people having a good time, just, chilling. This ballet has a lot of what we call step touch. So we do a lot of this in the ballet, and it can get, if you're not approaching it with thoughtfulness, it can really just get to be like, whatever, they're just doing step touch. With the simplicity of a step touch and how it can grow from this to something more extreme or something, lower or whatever it is, that's the brilliance of Mr. Garland's work, is taking something simple that we all do. Everybody who grew up in church, a simple step touch. But then you put it in the ballet and it has a little more nuance to it. So anyway, let's do that again. And then we can see if there are any questions from the people. What was that? Oh, no, it's all good, all good. All right, let's see. Add some music. That's it. Hopefully you're all doing it well out there. Giving a little boom, boom. The other thing with that last moment, like I said, I'm next to Amanda Smith, who's just, an incredible artist. And we start to feed off of each other's energy, which can be a little dangerous because we're both extra energy, extra effort kind of dancers. So, but at this moment when you're going into that and that final thing and you made it, there's like an electricity that comes through your body that allows that moment to be authentic. Those who grew up in church, it's like a quickening in your soul. Something just gets you. So it's like, boom, up through the body, not just like it's not so much an external thing, but it has to be a moment that comes from inside. Cool? All right, so I'll go through that one more time for our folks who are still viewing, and hopefully you have jumped in and done some dancing. If you feel so inclined to film yourself doing this, give us a little tag at Dance Theater of Harlem, and I'll check it out and give you some feedback. Something, I don't know. All right, so let me do that one more time for you all, and we will then do some questions. Thank you for joining us for What's the Step? It's so funny, the series is called What's the Step? And I literally had to have well, what is the step, child? What is it? All right, here we go. And then it's blackout. And then curtain call. Cool, cool. Alrighty. Yes, little ball change moment. Well, yeah, that was our what's the step. Let me see. I'm gonna pull my chair up in case there are questions. Take a minute, answer them. Did you guys enjoy that? What's the step? This music is some of the hardest music to dance to because it's well, not hard to dance to, but hard to count because it switches in and out. Like there's one section that we count in all sevens, which like, you know, as a dancer you're used to counting, you know, your eights and sometimes you have a waltz, you know, so you count your six. But you get a seven and you're so inclined to want to do the eight. Like there's a step in the ballet called falling off the log. It's a tap dance step. And we're doing it in a seven. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. But so many of us want to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Pause. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we didn't understand when Mr. Garland would keep saying to us, don't count it as an 8. And we're like, we're not counting 8, we're just doing 7. But that pause was a full count. So in theory, we were doing an 8 to make ourselves comfortable. But yes, if you have any questions, holler at me and I will answer them. If not, we will leave it alone and let you go on. Uh-oh. That was not supposed to happen. You would think, you know, with me being the social media coordinator, I'd know how to use my iPhone better, but I see some music signs. Yes, you know, music. Don't laugh at me, London. Don't laugh. Even though that's kind of funny. Gotta run. Right, bye-bye. Well, then. So what I'll do to close is I will just go ahead and do that one more time, just for good measure. There are no questions, and that's fine. So we will go ahead and run through this little bit of Nyman one last time, and then we will close for the day. Tonight at 8 p.m. we have an inside look at this at people's experiences working with Mr. Mitchell on Tones 2, the restaging of his ballet Tones, for this Guggenheim engagement. So that's premiering at 8 o'clock today. And then of course tomorrow evening we have the full Guggenheim performance, which includes Nyman String Quartet. Oh, my dog's barking. It's authentic life at home. But it includes Nyman String Quartet number 2 in its entirety. George Balanchine's The Four Temperaments, just the first 3 themes. And then we close the program with Arthur Mitchell's Tones 2. And it's the full 3-movement ballet. So let's do our little Nyman dance one more time to close, and we will go on with our Friday. Thank you all so much for tuning in. I hope you learned the step. I finally figured out what the step is. And I will see you all very soon. Take care. Stay tuned for all of the other cool and exciting things that we are going to do. Oh, question. Can you tell your participants if you had any tap training? I did, actually. I had very minimal training with the amazing Rachel Secchi at Dance Theater of Harlem when I was really small. But then I did a little bit of tap at LaGuardia High School with Mary Brienza. It's so interesting that I never really had a lot of tap training, which I kind of regret. But where there's life, there's hope. I can, buy some tap shoes and get started now in the privacy of my own little studio. Cool. So, alrighty then, everyone, take care, be well, do something good for yourself. Bye bye.